Who was Abishag? The story of the Shunammite girl who won David, an elderly king, one of the most powerful in history, facing the challenges of old age. Now, in this intriguing scenario, a young virgin enters the scene, the most beautiful in the entire kingdom of Israel, Abishag. But what makes this story so fascinating is not just Abishag's beauty, but the mysteries surrounding her relationship with King David. Today, we will delve into the Bible to uncover the story of Abishag, the young Shunammite woman who warmed the king's heart. This is a story full of intrigue, conspiracy, and debate about Abishag's true role in David's life. This is not just a story, it is a puzzle that challenges our understanding and leads us to explore the darkest corners of the biblical narrative. So turn your attention to this video, because Abishag's story is about to unfold before our eyes. To understand this story, we need to analyze the historical context and return to biblical times, a period filled with epic stories and extraordinary leaders. At the center of this stage, we find King David, known for his exploits, such as defeating the giant Goliath and establishing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. David reigned around the 10th century BC, a time of great challenges and achievements for the people of Israel. His reign is characterized by military victories, but also by internal challenges, such as the revolt of Absalom, his own son. However, as he approaches the end of his life, David faces an invincible enemy, old age. The vigor that distinguished him as a young shepherd and fearless warrior now gives way to fragility. David, the powerful king, now deals with the difficulties inherent in old age. Once the fearless young man who faced lions and bears, now facing the challenge common to all human beings, aging. His physical strength is diminishing, and he searches for ways to stay warm, a seemingly simple task that becomes a monumental challenge in his situation. It is at this moment that Abishag appears in the story, the young woman who will play a surprising role in David's last days. Imagine a young woman who stood out not only for her beauty, but for being recognized as the most beautiful virgin in the entire kingdom of Israel. Abishag was a remarkable presence, a rare jewel amid the kingdom's magnificence. The enigma begins to unravel when, amidst the challenges faced by David, his servants decide to look for a young maiden who could fulfill a special mission. This mission was not just an ordinary task. It was an intimate and crucial role in King David's life. Abishag is chosen from among all the young women in the kingdom to play a unique role in the aging king's life. Imagine the scene, a young woman, renowned for her beauty and grace, being summoned to be in the presence of the powerful king. Her task was not only to be present, but also to take care of the king, to warm him in her arms at moments when the coldness of old age became implacable. Abishag's choice is not random. She is chosen for her beauty, yes, but also for her ability to provide comfort and warmth to a king who could no longer keep himself warm. This young virgin thus becomes a central figure in David's last days, playing a role that goes far beyond the superficial. In the relationship between King David and Abishag lies the mystery that surrounds this narrative. The biblical text, in a peculiar way, reveals to us that, despite the intimate proximity between David and Abishag, there were no physical relationships between them. It is as if an invisible line separates the king and the young virgin, leaving us perplexed by this singularity in the narrative. This peculiarity raises doubts and questions. Why would a king, at the height of his fragility, choose such a beautiful and apparently intimate young woman, but not establish relations with her? This is one of the keys to unlocking the mystery and complexity of this relationship. The mystery, intertwined with the lack of relationships, leads us to ponder the nature of this bond. Was Abishag just a caretaker, a comforting presence in David's final days? Or is there something deeper, something that transcends the physical and connects with more subtle aspects of human relationships? The enigma of the non-relationship between David and Abishag urges us to seek deeper meanings behind this choice, challenging our conventional notions of what to expect from a biblical story. This is a mystery, as we seek to understand the true purpose of this unique relationship. With the death of King David, the plot deepens, revealing conspiracies and threats to the throne of Israel. In this turbulent scenario, Adonijah appears, Solomon's half-brother and a crucial character for the unfolding of Abishag's story. Adonijah, aware of Abishag's beauty and importance, decides to take a bold step. He expresses his desire to marry the young Shunammite woman, a choice that goes far beyond romantic love. Marriage to Abishag would be more than a union. It would be an assertion of power and claim to the throne of Israel. To fully understand the gravity of this request, we need to contextualize the political environment of the time. In the ancient world, marrying a woman who had been in the presence of the king, especially a king as renowned as David, was interpreted as a direct affront to the authority of the new monarch. Solomon, now on the throne, immediately sees the cunning behind Adonijah's request. He interprets his half-brother's desire as a direct threat to his reign. Solomon understands that granting Adonijah's marriage to Abishag would, in fact, open the doors to the usurpation of the throne that now belongs to him. This interpretation is crucial to understanding Solomon's forceful actions. The political context requires quick and firm decisions. Adonijah is not just looking for a wife, he is challenging Solomon's authority and, consequently, the stability of the kingdom. It is at this tense moment that Solomon takes drastic measures, ordering the death of Adonijah. The plot unfolds like a political drama, revealing the intricate power relations and consequences of getting involved with a figure as central as Abishag. Abishag's story is not just about her, but also about the reverberations of her actions on the stage of power in Israel, where personal desire becomes dangerously intertwined with the stability of an entire kingdom. Reason for divergent interpretations of Abishag's complex role in King David's life. What makes this discussion so fascinating is the multitude of theories that try to unravel the enigma surrounding this young Shunammite woman. Among the various theories, some scholars argue that Abishag could have been more than a simple caregiver. The suggestion is that she occupied the role of David's concubine or even secondary wife. This theory raises questions about their relationship and whether, in fact, there were no consummated relationships, as the biblical text states. On the other hand, there are those who defend the idea that Abishag was exclusively a caretaker, a kind of nurse assigned to meet David's needs in his final days. This view emphasizes the lack of physical relationships between them and highlights the more practical and compassionate nature of this relationship. The discussion intensifies when considering the possibility that Abishag is the woman Solomon mentions in the book of Song of Songs of Solomon. Some scholars, although in their minority, suggest that Abishag may be the Shunammite woman mentioned poetically in this book. However, most reject this hypothesis as pure speculation. The divergent theories challenge us to rethink conventional narratives and invite us to consider the complexity of human relationships at that time. The lack of physical relations between David and Abishag, as stated by the biblical text, continues to be an enigma that intrigues scholars and Bible readers. Could Abishag be a hidden concubine, a compassionate caretaker, or perhaps a presence that transcends physical boundaries to represent something more symbolic? This is the point where you can contribute to the discussion. In the comments, share your own interpretations, questions, and theories about the story of Abishag. Together, we can enrich our understanding and appreciation of this unique biblical narrative. Also, if you enjoyed this video on lesser-known Bible stories and want more intriguing and informative content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The biblical journey is vast and full of surprises, and here, we commit to exploring every fascinating corner of this narrative. I thank everyone who followed this journey through the story of Abishag. We will meet soon for more discoveries and reflections. Until then, continue exploring the wonders and mysteries of the Bible.